Hello everybody, this is Knoxef, and today this is episode 11 of Serenity. And so, if you remember in the last episode, we built our witch hut and got ourselves fireworks for basically ever. And if you've been watching the time-lapse beginning of the episode, you'll know that I have done some great work at the volcano, and it's actually beginning to take shape. I recently just finished the Blackstone outline, and now I'm building up the big supports, and I'm still editing them a little bit, but they're pretty much final. And then I've just been building up the actual terrain of it, and so this is going to need a lot of stone. But once this is filled and completely all the way up, I think that it will look spectacular. And so I'm quite happy with how this has turned out. This has been a lot of stone. This is about 3 shulker boxes of stone. And looking at how much I got done, this was about 1 hour, 2 hours, so not a long time to build this. So I may actually be able to finish this, maybe just the outline or just like the body of the pyramid. Not pyramid, why do I keep on messing up my words? What? We can finish the volcano probably by episode 20. So that would be absolutely amazing. And then, of course, we can spend a lot of time draining it, making it better, and just all around improving it. So I'm really happy with how that project is going along. But obviously, I can't spend the whole entire episode working on it. I still have other things to do, and I still have a lot more activities pressing on my time. For example, what we're going to be doing in today's episode. So let's look in the dispenser for what we're going to be doing. So we have oak fence gate, which is for building infrastructure. That means we're going to build bridges, we're going to build canals, cool stuff like that. Netherite scrap is for upgrading all my gear to netherite. Very needed. Gold farm is for gold. Golding is for gold farm. That might take a while. Cobblestone is for a cobblestone farm. That's also going to be good for stone for building a base. Emerald is for making a gigantic villager area. Ender chest is for making my... This one's kind of confusing or complicated, because in my ender chest, I want to have a bunch of shulker boxes, and I want to have a bunch of stuff there and handy items. So if I choose ender chest, it's going to be spending a while assembling my ender chest and making it really useful. Chest is to build our final sorting system. Slime balls for a slime farm, and then sea lanterns for a guardian farm. All of these can be pretty big, so it's very important what we get. So, let's see. Gold farm. Okay, this one... Okay, this one really is something. This one might actually be a two-parter, because gold farms are lots and lots of effort. I built one once in survival mode, and it was really tough. It needs about 3 shulker boxes of magma blocks, which I can assemble. It's probably one of the harder things to get. I mean, I have gotten over like 3 shulker boxes of blackstone from the volcano, and magma blocks is even easier to get than blackstone, debatably. So that's one thing, but it's a lot of work and it takes a lot of time. But I'm really happy to get it because gold is one of the things that I've really been missing, so I'm quite happy to get this. So I'll begin to find a design, and it's going to be the one that I've already used, and I'm going to begin assembling my materials so we can start building it, pretty much like any other episode of Serenity. Unfortunately, before we move on, we have to stop and do something, because unfortunately, before I could even name my cat has drowned. And that's pretty sad. I mean, I wasn't really that attached to my cat. It's just my cat. But, I don't know. I guess I kind of lost that cat. I might have to get a new one. I might not get a new one. I mean, I never really needed a cat. But I want to show you the screenshot of what I got. And before seeing it, actually, I'll explain after. So, yeah, you can probably tell it says cat has drowned. It's because I was playing in Shakespeare language. I don't know why, I just felt like it, and so I decided, yeah, you know what? My life is too ordinary, and so I switched to Shakespeare language, and I haven't looked back until I needed to change something in my settings, and I couldn't understand the settings when you said change it back. But apart from that, I played in Shakespeare language. Of course, I've set it back because it's kind of a bit confusing. But yeah, so moment of silence for Cat. Okay, so here we are at the farm, and as you can see, it has quite a complicated collection system. But if you go up, you can see how many spawning layers this has. And unlike basically all the farms I use, this one is not designed by Mango. This one is designed actually by gnembon. And these blocks right here are on build limit, so you can't build any higher than this. And it goes all the way down to about here. And then, yeah, this is like the ground, so it's quite a few blocks up, and that's so it reduces the amount of spawn proofing you have to do. And so what you do is you stand here, you take a sword, and you swing. And this gives you a ridiculous amount of XP. And I've actually showed this farm off in different videos of mine. This isn't the first time I've showed you. And if you don't like shooting, you can switch the mode and then change it. Just clearing all the extra pigments. You can now clear it so that they just drop and they die. And then there's a separate AFK spot. You stand over there, that's the AFK spot. Otherwise, but if you want to use a sword, you stand right here and just kill them. So there's a lot of redstone, and I'll link the video in the description, and I very highly recommend watching it. You should absolutely watch the video. It explains everything you need to know about this farm and more. It is an amazing video. But if we go down here, you'll notice there's a little bit more than just having to design the farm. There's spawn proofing. So, just like the witch farm, there is spawn proofing you need to do. And Nembomb actually did this when he was designing it. He didn't use the mod that I like to use. He used red stained glass, which is even better. But as you can see, there's a lot of spawn proofing we might need to do. And to do all this spawn proofing, we're going to need to find a place that's a nether waste biome and above a lava lake. And I think I have something in mind. And we're also going to have to go to the nether roof. But before we do even think about building, I'll need to start to get the resources. So I'll begin and I'll start getting those. And I'll meet you back once I have a location and we can start building. Okay, so I'm back and I have all the resources. All the magma that's took me a while lava buckets, hoppers, building blocks, chests, more magma, and then all sorts of stuff. Minecart hoppers, glass, shroomite took forever. I also had to go and breed some turtles, and I have everything I need minus the glass, which seems to be a reoccurring trend with Serenity now all of a sudden. I collect all the materials but the glass, so I'm gonna have to also just do that in steps, but luckily glass is one of the last materials I need. And during the Christmas holidays, which have just happened, but while this episode was in the making, I didn't really feel like building anything complicated, which is why I'm going to end the episode right about now. But before we leave, I want to show you what I have been doing while I haven't been building it. So if I take off now, and you can see this is the despawn sphere, and you can see I have been doing some serious spawn proofing. And if you go into spectator mode, which I'm not, but I could, and it's not even loading, but all of this I spawn proofed, and you'd be hard pressed to find a single spawning space in this whole entire red sphere. I have covered as much as I can really find, and this took many hours. And this was very a mindless job, so that's why I decided to do it, because I didn't really want to think, I just wanted to do. And so I've already spawn-proofed everything, meaning as soon as we finish building it, the farm will be 100% working efficiently. So that's why I'm ending it right here, because I am really late on my uploads, and I really gotta get this episode out. But in part 2 of the gold farm, I will begin construction, and finish construction, and then we can test the farm out. But anyways, this is Knoxef, and thank you for watching, and this is the end. Bye!